SharkyBreath.
He plays video games.
Hello and welcome back to Sable. I was in the process of trying to find the Batman mask and, wait a second. Looking out over the city like this, there's a thing in an archway directly in front of me there. I wonder if that's anything I should be investigating. Because last time I saw a symbol leading towards the mask, right, it was on that boat down there. But I don't know what to do with that information. So let me just. Can I make it to the roof of this building? Not quite, but can I climb? I can climb. Well, okay. So what do we got here? Oh, that's just the passageway out to the front of the... Okay, this is nothing. That's the canal that I swam in order to get over here to where the boat was. That has the marking on it. That boat. This is all stuff I figured out last time. I haven't figured out anything else. Have you noticed? Okay, so this boat has the mark. This boat here. This boat here says marked that way. Maybe I'm supposed to go the way the symbol is facing. Maybe that. In which case, maybe I do need to go over here into the rocks. Maybe I do. Let's give it another try. Maybe if I go in the direction that the symbol is facing, I'll find another symbol, or I'll find the mask, or progress will be achieved. You never know. It might work. And once again, I am thankful that my stamina doesn't count when I'm swimming. Because I would have drowned so many times, despite not having run into water until this last episode. Okay. Here we are. I feel like those horns on my gliding mask, would be very inconvenient when trying to climb something. The way Sable holds her head when she's climbing, I feel like the horns would get driven directly into the wall. Oh. But I want to catch the dragonfly. Come here. Hey, come here. Hey, you. Come here. Oh, come on. There, I got him. I don't know that I need dragonflies, but if you're going to hover directly next to my head, I'm going to catch you. Eventually. Maybe. Okay, so the boat was there. Right there. Yes. That is roughly the direction of Simone. So... if we go directly away from Simone, theoretically I'm heading in the direction of the symbol. I feel like we've gone too far. But there is a chum over there, so I guess let's go get the chum. Now, it could very well be that I am supposed to go outside the city to get the mask. That would make it a little bit... Let me have another look at the quest in a moment, after I, gather the chum. Provided I can even climb this, which I'm pretty sure I can. I think I have the stamina for that these days. Yeah, no problem. Also, had you noticed that this game is apparently keeping track of how many days I've been at it? There's sometimes a count in the lower left corner, which shows how many days I've been at it. So, while I'm wandering around day and night and not sleeping and not resting, the game's like, yeah, it's been 22 days. It's been 22 days, Sable. What have you accomplished? Don't ask me that. Okay, I think I'm on the wrong track, because this isn't going anywhere. So, let's look around for more symbols near that... Whoa, hi. Great, I got another one. I don't know why I need all these bugs, but you give me the opportunity to pick up bugs, I'm going to pick up bugs. That's basically where we're at with this, okay? Okay. Hey, look, another passageway into the... Oh, look, it's a chum. What are you doing in there? You're like half drowning yourself. Is this healthy? I don't feel like it is. Glad you can go ahead and transmogrify into your egg form while you're half submerged in water. Well, there's a symbol here, but I don't think it's going to be useful to my cause. Hang on. Nah. What do we got? I can't read! Okay, well, someone carved something in the wall here. Good for them. Alright, so. I don't have any idea where I'm supposed to be going. This boat has the mark. It's right next to this ladder. The ladder leads this way. However, then what? I went in here. This is the way to the merchant. Tell you what, not the merchant, you know, the chief merchant, the one who possibly stole the power thingy. The one who I have to pay in order to meet. Pretty sure she was down there. But I should go check on buying pomegranates, right? If I'm going to try and see the merchant. I don't have that much in the way of money anyway. Where am I going? I'm so lost. Hi. Who are you? You don't even want to talk to me. Why do you have a floaty thing behind you? I have so many questions. $20. Cool, thanks. Thanks for not taking the $20 until I got here. Appreciate your patience. Even if you don't want to talk about it. Door. Cannot open door. Okay. Fine. You be like that. Huh. Battered walkway up there. Can I get there? Maybe we regain my stamina here. And then just sort of... I can't read. I keep looking at all this stuff they've written on the walls and I'm like, I can't read. Door. Nobody's letting me into places as I clamber around the walls of the city in the middle of the night like a completely trustworthy person. Okay. Okay. Maybe I'm thinking about this wrong, right? Maybe there's something I've misunderstood about the nature of the symbols that are given to me. And until I understand what they're actually trying to communicate to me, there's no way I'm going to find the Batman mask. Probably. Maybe we go back, let's go back to where it started. I can try and buy a pomegranate. Front of the city should be out this way because Simoon's out there. We'll go back up here, we'll try and buy a pomegranate. And wow, that's a gigantic beetle carving. Presumably? That's not a real beetle, is it? You're not just hanging out? Honestly, I don't know. I think it would look about the same if it was a real beetle. So, I have questions but no answers. There's a little thing here. This is the main entrance to the city, which is fine. Let's just head down here. Great. Now we can step outside. This is not outside. I'm lost again somehow. Someone's bike is here. Hi. Oh, this is Iria's passageway. Man, how am I so bad at navigating this city? I'm just the worst at it. It's almost like I didn't live in a city and instead lived in a cluster of houses for my entire life or something. Okay. Here's the machinist. That's why Simoon's over here, because I had the machinist do work on Simoon. Hello, Simoon. That explains why I was heading the wrong direction. Now can we find the front gates? This is very important. I think. Probably. Okay, here we are. Front gates. Front gates. Let's see if that one merchant who didn't sell anything at all now has pomegranates. Because for some reason, they can just tell that someone wants one. Hi. Hi. Yeah. I would like to trade with you. Oh! Narrow stalk figs. Undoubtedly my favorite fruit. The first thing I would ask for when we pass traveling merchants with the Abexi. I was reading it as if it was the merchant's voice, but it's not. Fallow pomegranate. Only worth picking after they have fermented. These pomegranates create a delicious tasting beverage. Only worth picking after they've fermented? You have to let them rot on the vine, literally? Wow. That's weird. Melancholy mushroom, found in the petrified forest of the Wash. They taste quite nice, despite the miserable name. Okay. Shy ridgewort pulp. Emits from the top of a shy ridgewort plant. It's remarkably sticky. Very helpful when repairing things. Huh. Okay. But in any case, I can get a pomegranate. which is cheaper than the 50 money. The 50 money it would cost me to visit the merchant normally. I'll take a narrow stock fig as well. Give me one. Yeah, cool. Thanks. Apparently this person has 5 of each. Great. Why was the camera focused way over wherever it was? I think things are confused right now about what I'm doing and where I am. Let's go talk to Iria if we can. Wait. Let's do this again. Let's do this again. Right? This is not the symbol. This is not the symbol. What is... That's moving. This little thing right here is moving. Hi! You weren't there before. I remember walking up to this and... Okay. Can I help you? I had to, like, stand inside it. I see a mask glaring through the slit with a statue-like stillness, except it's moving constantly. Show me the eyes, says the stranger in the wall. I wait a moment, unsure if I really heard something. The mask is not forthcoming. So maybe this is the Batman symbol? And not the one over there? Or over there? Or wherever it was? Show me the eyes. I'm guessing you want to see the mask. But I don't have the mask. So I can't show you the mask. What do you think about that? Okay. You, hi. I need help. I need help. You take a bit of a swim, but you seem capable. Farewell. Okay. Take a bit of a swim, but you seem capable. Good. Glad to hear that. There is a symbol up there. There's a symbol up on the walkway. Maybe it is this circular one, and the show me the eyes mask is a hint, right? Maybe. That would seem to make sense, but I haven't seen that symbol around the town. And I didn't see it in the canals. So what do you want from me? Okay, there's a symbol. That's the one that I thought was the Batman symbol. Let's just climb here. There's a bell. The bell has no clapper. What a helpful bell. There is a Batman symbol over there. Let's climb this. Okay. The Batman symbol, which may not be the Batman symbol, is here. Let's just follow roughly where they lead and see if I see anything else. Just clamber around on the ceilings. Surely the guard will have no problem with this. And the funny thing is, I'm pretty sure they won't, even though they probably should. Okay. You know what? Maybe it would be a good idea is if I look at this. We look at this. Maz showed me the mark of the shade. He told me to head to the town gate and look for the mark. It will lead me to the mask of the shade. Okay, so I think that the one that I saw on the wall just now was probably closer to the actual path than what I was doing last time. Probably. Although I may have been skipping to a later part in the path. I wasn't following it correctly, so maybe I don't understand. Maybe I have to actually, like... Maybe I should take the example of the thing in the wall. Maybe I have to cling directly to the wall on the symbol in order to have Sable look at it and know what I'm doing. Does that do anything for you? Look at it. Behold it. This is not helping. Okay. That's fine. That's okay. The bell has rung despite not having a clapper. Which is impressive. That's impressive. The symbol is here. The symbol goes here. The symbol is here. I was just up there. It didn't do anything. Let's go this way. Look for the symbol. Hi, who are you? The doctor, apparently, looks concerned and frustrated. This power cut, all of our medical equipment, prosthetic alignment, artificial wombs, it's all going to run out of power very soon if the energy doesn't come back, those useless guards and machinists. Why are doctor masks like that? What is going on? Oh, it's a transparent dome. How does that work? Is that your head inside it? Is it like an astronaut helmet? Maybe. It seems uncomfortable, but a lot of the stuff in this game seems uncomfortable to wear, actually. Hey, look, a symbol. Okay. Let's climb this. Hey, look. A chum. Okay. I can't imagine that's what the symbol was trying to guide me to. Maybe we stand next to the symbol and we look for another one, right? Maybe that's what we do. And eventually this path is just going to lead me to that same boat and I'm going to get stuck again. Just you watch. Just you watch. Oh, hey, it's that same little, like, lumpy person. Where did I see this particular statue before? Back in Burnt Oak, yeah? I think in Burnt Oak they had one of those. That's not the one that the goats were next to, was it? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't actually know anything is the thing about that. I can't go this way. Symbol. Look for symbol. What do you want me to do? Batman, what do you want from me? I fell off a building, Batman. Who's this? Glassblower Toto. I make the best glass this side of the sea-split. Well, normally I do at least. The power cut has put my workshop completely out of commission. I need my furnace to work, and I need electricity for the furnace somehow? What? It's not like casting little pots in sand. I've got a terrible backlog of orders already. Bike parts, ships, pots, architecture, you name it. You name it. Okay. So just light a dang fire? Why do you need electricity to run a glass-blowing workshop? I guess that's just what our source of power is for most things. It's fine. It's fine. Everyone is having a terrible time, and you should do something about it, Sable. Okay, I'm working on it. Well, no, I'm not. I'm trying to find the Batman mask. But I need to find the Batman mask. It's very important. Okay. What if I go this way? There's a symbol there. Maybe that's the one I'm supposed to... Okay, I do remember seeing that one while I was in the canal. Requires a bit of a swim. We go this way. They look, another symbol. Okay. Now, I followed this path before, but I think I skipped to the end, maybe. Does that make a difference? It probably shouldn't, but maybe it does. Maybe there'll be a mask if I do it right. Maybe I've done it right this time. You don't know. Unless you do, in which case, shush. Shush, I'm trying. And then you look over here, and there's a symbol on the boat, and you go to the boat. Why do they tell me... Maybe it's in the boat? Maybe it's just been in the boat the entire time, right? Maybe it's under the boat. It's... You have to look at it from this angle in order to have it show up as the symbol properly. Okay, so now I'm in the boat. It's indicating over there. Provided you're supposed to face the direction of the symbol and advance. I did that already. Quest thing, do you have any... I should go retrieve the mask. Okay. Look at the mark. Look for the mark. Look for the mark. Mark, mark, mark. Mark, mark, mark. Mark, mark, mark. Mark. I guess I'll just head back over this direction and keep a sharp eye out, and maybe I'll see another mark. Climb on a cactus. It's safe. It's perfectly fine. Okay. The boat is over there. The far side of that dock. That's where I came out. So we're heading this direction. Maybe at this point we just follow the climby bits up instead of looking for the symbol? Because they don't want to indicate too obviously that it's just outside in the backyard. Sticky paws. Climb 500 meters in total. Thank you for keeping track, game, I guess. Alright. Alright. So I'm up here. I've been up here before. I haven't been up there. Can I get up there? What if I climb this tree? Can I recover my stamina at the top of the tree? Because if I can, I might be able to make it to the top of this rock thing. If I can't, this may be a doomed effort. I can. I can't! Ah! Sable wanted to, but it didn't work out. Okay, is there another way up? Not there. That's nothing. Huh. Did I just miss the balance point, or is it impossible to actually stand at the top of a tree? Let's try it one more time. Because this is the only way I see to get up there at my current level of stamina. Maybe in order to be Batman, you have to have more stamina than me. Oh, I'm standing. I'm standing on the tree. I've done it. Okay. Ugh, I slide down so much when I grasp a ledge like that. I don't like it. I don't like it. I need better grippy hands. It says I got sticky paws, but they're not sticky enough, as far as I'm concerned. This is not enough stamina. I cannot make it right now. Okay. Can I get back in the tree? Can we get back in the tree? My gliding seems to start fizzing after I do it for a while. Is that okay? Is that an okay sound to be making? Interestingly, the more stamina you've got, the longer it takes you to recover from being winded. And I guess that makes sense. You have expended more effort. But you'd think as you get into better shape, right? It might be easier to continue physically exerting yourself. You would be wrong. You would be quite incorrect. Okay, let's see if I can get this properly. No, I want to jump off the tree. I want to jump off the tree. Ah, boy. Oh, boy, you're really going to do this to me, huh, Sable? All right. All right, give me a second. Give me a second. We stand on the tree. We get back our stamina. We jump from the tree. And we float to the wall. Okay. That already took a quarter of my outside border of stamina. But I still think I'm doing better this time than I was last time. So maybe this will work. Maybe this will do it. Maybe it won't. And I can't jump. I keep trying to jump in order to complete a climb. And I can't do that. Okay. My best guess is that the mask is up there. Because otherwise, like, any place you hide it in the city, somebody's going to find it, right? In other words, I'm wasting my time? Question mark? Question mark. Is that something I need to do right now? Tapping the water supply. It has nothing to do with the electricity. Okay. So maybe I should, in fact, be working on that? Right. I did buy I bought that pomegranate. Let's go try and talk to Iria. Since I don't have a better idea right now. And I can't be Batman, apparently. Need to rescue more chums in order to become Batman. Clearly. Clearly. Except it's not clear, and I'm just guessing. What are you doing? Courier Jody. I feel like I already talked to you. The deliveries have been busier than ever. Iria knows how to squeeze blood from a stone. Yep. I did talk to you about that. Okay, so Iria is in the direction of my bike. Because I thought it was the front of the town, but it's not the front of the town. It's just the direct... Well, never mind. I've moved my bike. This is the front of the town now. Good job, me. Way to pay attention to ongoing events. Iria should be over... Not this way. This is a door. I can't go through that. I need a town map. I need a town map. Y'all's town is counterintuitively built. I talked to you, right? I remember talking to you. Oh, right. I already gave you 50 cuts. It accomplished nothing but making me 50 cuts poorer. You did not offer thanks. You did not change your tune. You said nothing except give me 50 more cuts. So at the moment, I'm not going to do that because I don't have a source of money. If I figure out a way to get money, then maybe I will come back and give you some more money. Okay? Seem reasonable? Person who's not even here anymore? All right. You. Hi. I brought you a thing. Can I help you? You said something about pomegranates? The guard seems to perk up at the mention of the word. Yes, have you tried one? I need to speak to Iria. Iria's a very important person. If I'm gonna let a bothersome glider interrupt her day, it better be worth my while. Offer a pomegranate. The guard seems delighted by my offer. Oh, Rohana, this is beautiful! He snatches the pomegranate greedily from my hands and indicates that I can pass now. Move along, glider. Move along into Iria's room. I'm doing it. Hello? It's me. Your guard is easy to bribe. Your chambers are huge. There's a child here who's even smaller than me. That's a very young child, I assume. Wow. Why you got a very small child in your house? Is it your kid? Could be. Is that Iria? Probably not. This is Iria. Oh, she looks like she's got a headache of some sort. What's going on, Iria? If Iria is surprised, happy, or displeased to see me, it's hard to tell. The guard by her side tenses up as I approach, but Iria signals to them and they relax. My presence is permitted. For now. So, you got past Giannis. Was it a pomegranate? Or just good old-fashioned cuts? It doesn't really matter, I suppose. Well, you're here now. Yes? I have some questions about the power cut. How do I get myself merchant's badges? Goodbye. Questions about the power cut's why I'm here. You have 5 minutes, and then I want you gone. Any idea why someone might have taken the core? Where were you when the power went out? Who do you think did it? Why would someone have taken the core? There's a deeply irritated sigh at the beginning of her speech, and it comes like the hiss of a viper. 2 reasons I can imagine. 1, because they've something to gain by bringing the town to its knees. Now a sharp, annoyed inhale. 2, because power cores fetch a substantial price in illegal markets. Could be one of those, could be both. Don't know. I could ask more questions. Who do you think did it? It'll be some lowlife from the Sarai. Probably that climber fellow, Garay. They say he's, one to speak to when a job needs doing, though he's not exactly what I'd call discreet. Fellow like that, he won't be the brains behind it, but if I were a scummy little nobody, he's the person I'd hire to get the work done. I'm told you can find him under the bridge outside the town gate. I add Garay to my list of suspects. Oh, it's Chameleon Head. I could ask more questions. Where were you when the power went out? I can feel her eyes narrow on me and imagine the drag of her tongue along her upper teeth. She dislikes me very much. I will ignore the implications of that question, friend, but I was here, in the market. Ask around if you'd like. Any of the guards will vouch for me. I could ask more questions. I'm done here. Yes. I guess I can talk to you about merchant's badges since you haven't kicked me out yet. Iria seems completely disinterested in my question. I'm not even sure she heard me. I go to ask again when she lets out a big sigh. How do you think? What do merchants do? Don't answer that. You can buy them from me. Yes? I'd like to buy a merchant's badge. Very well. It's 100! A gem representing a cut adorns the circular badge given or sold by members of the Merchants Guild. She's got 3 of them. She's got all 3 of them. I have to buy them from her, which means I can come back and do this later. Okay, cool. Bye. I should probably check back in with Sandip to see if the new power core is ready. Probably. Ask around Decorator for information about the power cut. I have been. Hi. I can't talk to you. You just stand staring at the corner like a normal child. Normal child things happening here. Okay. Hi. Do you have any opinions about this power situation? Waiting for those glowworms, glider. I don't have them. I don't know anything. Shush. Don't talk to me. I'm busy. Okay, so. I guess I should go get the power core? Which means I have to go back to the machinist shop, which is here, right? I'm starting to learn, right? Yeah. Hi, Sandip. You're not Sandip, you're Hamza. Hi, Hamza. What can I do for you, glider? Goodbye. Cool. You're the one who led me to Iria. Iria thinks I should talk to Chameleon Face. Sandip must be the guard who was supposed to get the power core delivered to him after it was fixed, huh? Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably that was it. Okay. Since I can't be Batman, let's just go ahead and work on this situation, and maybe we can at least get the town back up and running, or something. But eventually I'm probably going to have to, make an accusation about who did what. So let's talk to the climber guy. I don't feel like I'm ready to answer that sort of question just yet. Hi. Hi. Garai grunts hello. I have some questions about the power cut. He scratches himself and spits on the ground before giving me a shrug. How did you spit through that mask? How are people so talented at ignoring the presence of the mask? Any idea why someone might have taken the core? Garai smells. It's not the worst or most pungent smell. Not rot or bile or anything so pointedly awful. No, Garai's smell is like old dust, tinged with stale oil and ground into the fabric of old garments or buried under fingernails. It clings to him, and I turn away just a little as he answers me. Heard about a big sale going down in the Sarai recently. Not sure what, but it caused a stir, let's say. Whatever it is, it's long gone by now. So presumably that was the power core. He shrugs, and so I press him a little further, asking if he has any idea who the seller was. Far as I heard, it was some machinist with a mushroom habit. Not sure how true that is, but let's say it's come up a few times. Could this machinist be Hamza? I add him to my list of suspects. I could ask more questions. Who do you think did it? He stares at me for a few seconds, and I mistake it for consideration before I realize he's looking at me like I'm stupid. I don't name names, and even if I did, beats me who did this. But more power to him, I say. Which is an ironic thing to say under the circumstances, yeah? There's a pause, and he laughs loudly. You get it? More power to him? I get it. Very funny. I don't get it. Hilarious. I muster a false laugh for him, but it almost seems to offend. He waves me off. I could ask more questions. Where were you when the power went out? Cafe. I cross my arms, mostly out of impatience, but it seems to work on Garai somehow. All right, I got in a little scrap. Is that what you want to hear? Nothing to do with anything and probably not your business, but sure. Had a fight, power went out, broke it up. I keep my arms crossed. End of story, I got nothing else. I could ask more questions. No, I couldn't. Great. Okay. Cool, I guess. Sand dip, huh? Gotta check in with the guard, but also I could go back and interrogate the machinist some more. Machinist says area did it. So machinist said merchant did it. Merchant said climber did it. Climber says machinist did it. They lead me in a little circle, which is great. Do I have any way of obtaining actual legitimate information? Let's talk to the machinist about this again, yeah? Hey, look, I'm lost. That never happens. Great. The machinist was at the side of Iria's hallway, but I can never find Iria's hallway when I'm looking for it. So let's just run around for a little while and see what happens, yeah? Here we are. See, it worked out. Machinist. This place is torn up. Hi. Questions about the power cut. What do I want to ask? I already asked these things. Okay, I'm done here. Cool. What happened here? A few nights ago, no idea who did it. Could be related to the power going out. He seemed more resigned than concerned about having his workshop ransacked. It indicates he doesn't know who or why someone would do such a thing. I'm not convinced by his ignorance, but I let it go. Okay, bye. Okay. So, it does seem kind of likely that Hamza here took the power core, but someone stole it from him. And sold it. Which means maybe I should talk to the merchants under the bridge? And that might give me some new leads? Hang on. Quest, what do you think? Check with Sand-Up, see if the power core is ready. Ask around to create for information about the power cut. It still says to ask around. Okay, so yeah, there are still people I can talk to, maybe. I'm lost again, but that's okay. Let's just climb the walls. Wait, 19th day. Why did it say? Oh, it's not the day, it's the time. Ha ha! It's not keeping track of how many days I've been at this. It's 19 o'clock. I see. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. It seemed like a little bit of a weird thing to be keeping track of how many days I've been at it, given that there's no urgency to my task at all and I can take as long as I want, yeah? That makes a lot more sense. Hi, are you Sandip? That's you. Sandip rocks from the balls of his feet to the heels and back, pleased. Good news! Hamza's finished his work on the spare power core. I could use your help with it if you've a moment. I can help! Perfect. I'd like you to take the new core to the atomic heart and plug it in. And while you're there, see if you can't pick up on any clues about who may have stolen the original, yes? You came to the right glider. Clues? What sort of clues? Oh, I love a mystery. Is this one of those ones where I have to choose one? Perhaps I love a mystery. So long as it doesn't last too long, yes? Hamza left a key card for you. You'll need it to unlock the front door. The central chamber is protected by a security code, but I'm sure you'll find your own way in. The thief managed somehow. To get to the atomic heart, head over to the substation just outside town and follow the power cable that runs through and under the sands. Okay. See you soon, hopefully with news. Repaired atomic thingy bong. Great. Let's have a look at the repaired atomic thing. Quest. There it is. Repaired atomic heart power core. Repaired by machinist Hamza and Ekria. This power core should be taken to the atomic heart so it can be used to restore power back to Ekria. Okay. Follow the giant cable from Ekria to... Hi, what? Ekria and Finn. This is a disaster. No power means no filtered water. I talked to you about this. But we don't have to worry about such things. Or at least I don't. At least I don't. Because I'm apparently special somehow. Okay, so we want the substation outside town. And then need to follow the power cable from the substation to where I'm going. Hello, sorry to bump into you there. Is that... The glowing red thing is probably the substation, right? Yes, almost certainly this is the substation. So let's go from here and try and follow the cable. Runs through and under the sands. Wow, that's a gigantic power cable. Man, that is hard to miss. Alright. How loyally do I need to follow it, right? I can see that it goes over there. But maybe if I don't follow it directly, there are problems with that? I don't know. Let's just sort of aim this way. It seems to curve around this way. I don't know why they did it the way they do. It seems inconvenient that it goes in such a curving path and such. Like, this is a big cable. That would take a lot of materials. Why wouldn't you just do the shortest path possible? Don't know. I'm sure they had their reasons. I have to assume as much anyway. I don't think I'll ever get an answer to that. So the atomic heart is over this way, outside the town. Someone is here. Perhaps I should stop by the someone is here before I follow the power cable any further. Simone, I'm just going to park you here so I don't lose track of what I was doing. And I'll be back. I want to see who it is over here. Because chances are good with the three suspects pointing to each other and not one of them being clearly, you know, the clear culprit. There's probably somebody else who I haven't even met or heard about who is involved somehow. So let's see who this is and see if this has anything to do with anything. It might not, for all I know. Beetle. We got some beetle people. Hi. What's your deal? I can feel the nervous energy behind his mask. Bashir. Glider, could you help me? I tell him my name's Sable and ask what he needs. It's my friend, Mika. He's so obsessed with treasure hunting or finding silly old artifacts. Every week he goes out after something new. I ask if he's ever found anything. Nothing you wouldn't get from your average scrapper, and he'll go bloody anywhere, in caves, cliffs, wherever, with no care for danger. I keep telling him Mika be safe, and he doesn't care. He thinks he's invincible. And now he's gone out to who knows where, south of here, and he hasn't returned. Oh, I'm so glad you come along. You can still hover, yes? So you won't be in danger of falling down anywhere. Is he somewhere dangerous? I ask if Bashir isn't expecting Mika to be in danger. If it's Mika, probably. The places he sneaks off to are usually ruins, the older the better, half crumbling and covered in dust. Tends to be places where you take one false step and really get hurt. Mika says that's where the best treasure's at. Please, Glider, if you see him, tell him Bashir's looking for him. I will keep an eye out for his friend and wish him well as I depart. Sometimes a well is just a well. Which, the name of that quest seems to suggest that he'll be down a well, and there won't be anything inside it, and he won't be able to escape. So that's pretty cool. Hi. Merchant Hubbot. Glider! I wish I was still on my gliding. Being a grown-up is terrible. I would like to trade with you. Tell me about this camp. I don't need anything. Tell me about this camp. We're just nomads passing through. The 5 bells is for those... The 5 bells is for those of us trying to avoid the hustle and bustle of Ekria over there. Just too many people. Too much going on. I prefer to keep the company with the crickets. See ya. Alright. I would like to trade with you. Here's my stuff. Sand surfer top. And sand surfer shorts. Clothing particularly well suited to sliding down large sand dunes. Layered shorts that flap satisfyingly when surfing down a sand dune. At high speeds, they work well at keeping grains of sand out. And they're cheap, relatively. That said, I still don't have any way of what I have sat down. How did I... Okay, if I push down on the D-pad, I sit. Okay. I didn't know that. Now I know that. Great. Hey, look, a mailbox. What's up, mailbox? Logging in. Hello, Sable. Unread messages? None. Nobody ever mails me. No one ever mails me. All right, let's just go. Let's just get back on the road. Back to Simoon. I'm sure Mika will be fine down the well. I'm in the middle of something. Sorry. Looks like the power cable goes off that direction, which is the complete opposite direction. Oh, Thieving Magpie Well is where Mika's at. I see. I guess it does say that right in the quest description. Well, great. I'm heading out that direction. I will check it on out. But for now, I gotta go to the power place. The Atomic Heart. As an impressive spin, Simoon. I'm guessing that's it over there, right? But maybe I shouldn't just skip the path and go right there? Because apparently that's what they did with the power cable. And I'm supposed to be looking for clues anyway, right? So I guess it could happen anywhere along the length of this. It seems likely it'll just be where I'm headed, but... Where'd the power cable go? Where'd the power cable go? Let's just assume it goes kind of straight for... Oh, okay, there's a thing over there. Okay, it seems like there are multiple giant power cables out here. And I've lost track of the one I was following. This one, right? This one. Okay. But there's another one over there. Is that even connected to the stuff I'm following? That goes back to Ecria, maybe. Have I gone in a big circle? That goes back to Ecria. Okay, that's the one that goes back to Ecria, right? There is a power station right over there. Maybe I just assumed that I go there instead of trying to follow this directly. I know that's... Oh, there it is. There it is. We just had to go over the ridge. Got it. And we got a chum hanging out on the power cable. Just like a normal thing. Normal place to hang out here. Yes. Go ahead and stick your egg roots directly into the power cable. I'm sure nobody will mind that. 34. I've nearly... If I find one more chum, I think I could visit the Queen and get my next level of stamina and maybe become Batman. Maybe. Maybe. In any case, yes, I believe I'm headed right over there. However, I will try to follow the actual path, just to be certain. Plus, you never know. Maybe more chums will be hanging out on the back of it. That would be convenient, I guess. Clunk. This is definitely where we're headed. Okay. So that thing I saw in the distance was, in fact, my destination. It's just you have the choice of whether or not you're going to cut straight there, making assumptions, or not. The Atomic Heart, we're here. We've done it. Okay. Great. So, let's see here. I've got the key card to get in the main door, supposedly, which I didn't look at in my inventory. I should do that. Key. Is it a key or is it a quest? It's a quest. Okay. Let's have a look at it. Atomic Heart key card. A key card given to me by Ecrian Guard Sandip. It allows me to access the Atomic Heart and the structure that provides power to Ecria, or would, normally. Oh, check it out. My suspects are in my inventory. Climber Garai. Garai lives in Sarai. Garai lives in Sarai. I wish I knew how you pronounce your vowels. Sable game. I guess if they do pronounce the vowels the way I've been pronouncing them, Sable would be like Sable, which she's not. So, anyway, Gary. It's Gary. Climber Gary. Gary lives in the Sarai, just beneath the entrance to the town of Ecria. He wears a climber's mask, and he seems to give off an unpleasant odor. So, machinist Hamza. The town machinist Hamza. He is most often found in his workshop between the two wind catcher structures in Ecria. His workshop appeared ransacked. Ransacked, you mean? When I first visited. Ramsacked. Sacked by rams. Merchant Iria. Iria is a merchant that leads illicit black market operations. Her office is found above the beetle market in Ecria. It's not easy to be granted an audience with her. Yes, it is. But her garden is known to be susceptible to a monetary incentive. Or, a piece of fruit. Okay, let's get in here. There's a slot for a key card in the terminal. Perhaps this would unlock the door? Perhaps. Do nothing. Sable gives up before she starts. Alright, I'm in here now. Let's look for clues. What we got? Scrap metal. This looks like a clue. Whoever stole the power core did not take the scrap metal. Meaning they didn't have a connection with a scrapper who would buy it from them. Because it seems like to me like that's an easy way to make money, but maybe just not the kind of money you'd make off a power core or something. Hello! The last chum I need for now. Although, you know, we're gonna need all of them, I assume. Eventually. Alright, let's go ahead and climb up here, as it seems to be the way to go. Hello? I'm sure it's okay that this is all ripped open and exposed to the outside, yes? Wait. This was the way that the thief got in? Was there's a giant hole in the wall and he just climbed through the... Oh, never mind. The door's down there. Okay. Still needed some kind of a code, huh? But there's something here. Some sort of a little Eggyman. Hello, Eggyman. What's your deal? Atomic shell die. Oh. Okay, cool. It was a die box. And it has fallen over in a tragic fashion. Oh, no. I gutted the Eggyman and the Eggyman has died. The Eggyman has perished of lack of contents. Hello. These things sure are everywhere, aren't they? Which is convenient. I need the stamina. Great. Imagine if I hadn't found the queen, though, and I just had all these eggs piled up in my inventory and had nothing to do with them. That would be a heck of a thing. Alright, let's just hop up here. Presumably that's where the core goes. I need to get that door open to install it. So, how does one open the door? Battery, okay. And plug the battery in over here. Oh, this opens up the door. I did make it past one layer of security. That is open now, okay. And this is the door that I came in with the, right, with the key card. Okay, so we're in here. Climbing through the passageway in the wall did do something. But I've got one more layer of security to get through. So let's try going up here, because I don't have anywhere else to go. That just leads back to the top. Okay. What if I go up there? It doesn't want to let me. It doesn't want to let me. Okay, so that's not a thing. Seemingly that's not a thing. There's a glowing green thing in the wall there. Suppose I could investigate that. You'd think that the major, like the power source for the major center of civilization in the area would be better defended than this? Is this anything? No, it's just glowy? Okay, not just glowy. Got it. So how does one get into the center? Is there another broken part? Can I just float in through the wall here? Bubble up. Hover for I did it. I hovered a bunch, and I got an achievement for it. The window is not broken. Is there a way through the ceiling? No. Is there a... Is there a surface of the window that's broken? Doesn't appear like it. What's this? What is this? Clue, smashed glass. Plain as day, one can see that the high window has been smashed, and it's wide enough for any grown person to make their way inside, though they'd need to be quite athletic. Most of the glass is on the outside of the chamber. It may have been smashed from inside. And this particular chunk of glass is in fact broken. Okay. Broken from inside. But how did they get in here in that case? What's this? Now this is a clue. A scrap of paper lies discarded on the floor, and when I take it up to see, I see that it's a promissory note. Somebody, perhaps the culprit, owes money to the merchants. It's possible the culprit dropped it, but who could be so careless as the scene of the crime? I wonder if it's a plant left to throw me off the scene. Could be. What's this? There's a clump of feathers on the floor. Strange. I try to picture a bird large and powerful enough to carry away the power core and decide that it is one suspect I can absolutely rule out, though I would very much like to see it. Okay, well, let's go ahead and install... Sparks shoot out from the wires around the socket, but the damage to the empty socket itself is non-existent, as far as I can tell. Really? You sure? The culprit took good care in removing the core. It makes sense. If I were to steal something so valuable, I would be delicate too. But why the torn-up cables? It looks almost staged to me. Well, install the new core. Power to the people. Power to Ekri has been restored. I did it. Hooray! But we still gotta figure out who did this thing. Great. I should return to Sandip now that the power's back. Why does the power core still look red when the power's on, I wonder? Also, how does one actually open this dang door? I guess you're supposed to have a code, right? Was that open just now? What is going on there? That's a very strange graphical thing that's going on. I feel like that's not supposed to look like that. Either way, I can't interact with it, so it's probably fine. Okay, good. What's this? Nothing in particular. Okay, so we got feathers. Person took care when removing the core. A possible false clue with debt to the merchants. Any other clues around here? Let me just make sure the quest isn't indicating... Okay, I did that, right? Cool. Return to Sandip. But Sandip's probably going to ask me who it was that did it, right? And I don't know that I have an answer for that yet. Let me look through my items again. Let's see here. So we got large feathers. Large feathers that clearly belong to a bird of considerable size. They were scattered inside the atomic heart core chamber. A potential lead. Fragments of smashed glass discovered in the atomic heart. Strangely, this glass seems to be smashed from the inside, as most of the glass landed outside the central chamber. Note found in the atomic heart indicates a debt owed to some kind of merchant, not a group to be trifled with at the best of times. Empty socket. The empty socket was where the atomic core was. Damage on it was completely superficial. Something about it feels like a setup. What was that last thing here? Larval husk package. That's, Ayan! I still haven't found Ayan! Huh. Okay. Cool, I guess. Let's get out of here. I think I got all the clues. So the note dropped on the floor seems to indicate that this person had a debt with the merchants. But it seems like a setup. Okay. The giant feathers. And the glass breaking from the inside. Someone had to be in there already. Is I don't... Huh. I feel like I don't have enough information to answer this question. Like, the clues I've got don't seem to be sending me in any one given direction. Maybe I'm just not thinking about it properly, though. Maybe I haven't talked to everybody I need to? The feathers, I don't have any idea what the feathers are meant to indicate. Did one of them have feathers on their outfit? Climber didn't, I don't think. Hey, Ekria's got new theme music now that... Wait, is this not Ekria? Where am I? That is Ekria. We're just out back. Ekria's got new theme music now that the power's back on. Hooray! Hooray, indeed. I'm in Ekria. This is the machinist shop. The machinist is gone. Having repaired up their shop and cleaned it up and whatnot. They're just... Oh no, there you are. There you are. Hamza says hello. What can I do for you, Glider? Okay, so Hamza has cleaned up their shop. Okay. No feathers on your person. No obvious feathered things around. Their shop had been ransacked, but has been cleaned up since. Okay. I wonder if the passageway to Iria's is still open. I don't remember seeing anything with big feathers in there, but... Again, a lot of this stuff seems a little bit staged, but the breaking the glass from the inside of the dome seems like a huge clue. I just don't know what to make of it. Let me look at the climber again. You got a bottle of some preferred beverage, I assume. Nothing else to really say about him. Okay. Well, let's talk to the guard and see if I can't get somewhere from there. Maybe they'll have more advice, or maybe they'll expect me to have solved this by now. I don't know. Ah, glider! You did a brilliant job getting the power back on. I don't know if you could hear it, but there was a tremendous noise. The whole town was delighted. All in a day's work. It wasn't easy. It was all the blah, blah, blah. Your work is appreciated, and you are valued. Now, he leans in. How about our little investigation? Any useful evidence? What can I do for you, Sable? Discuss physical evidence, review suspect, make an accusation. Okay, discuss physical evidence. What'd you find when you searched the heart? The window was smashed. I tell him that the window in the control room of the heart was smashed open, and that's presumably how the culprit got inside. What did you find when you searched the heart? There's a feather on the floor. I tell him about the feather I saw on the floor of the heart and suggest that the culprit may have left it behind. I say it might have been an accident, and I pause a moment with some drama and whisper that it could also be a calling card. Stand-up crosses his eyes, nodding... crosses his arms, not his eyes, nodding furiously. What did you find when you searched the heart? I found a note. Tell him that I found the note on the floor and that it was listed... that it listed the debts owed to the merchants. Was this left there on purpose? I wonder aloud, or did the foolish culprit drop it on by accident? Stand-up steeples his fingers with interest. So this is just me reviewing my clues. There is no damage to the socket. I explained that the socket of the core was in perfect condition, flawless even to one such as myself, who is decidedly not an expert. I posit that whoever removed the core knew what they were doing and didn't want to damage it. Stand-up seems to like the sound of this. It does sort of suggest it's the machinist, yeah? Discuss something else. Review suspects. We got Machinist Hamza. Let's go through the case against Hamza. What's his motive? He owed money, he hates atomic technology. Not sure. Does he hate atomic technology? I don't remember Hamza mentioning anything like that. He did owe money, though, right? He was in debt to the merchants. They sent people to ransack his workshop to frighten him into paying up. How did he do it? He had the security code and the key card. He understands machines. Not sure. Did he have the security code and key cards? No, because... Well, would he have? Well, let's... Did he have the security code and key card? Can I answer wrong? He had the security code so you could just walk in the door. What about the smashed window? Is that important? I'm not sure. What do you want to discuss? Merchant area. Area is very powerful. We'd have a very hard time building a strong case against her. What's her motive? To profit from the panic. She hates the Sarai. Not sure yet. Hates the Sarai? Stand-up looks unconvinced. How did she do it? Hamza owes her money. She got someone else to do it. Well, I can't imagine her doing it herself, and she has an alibi. What do you want to discuss? Clamor Garai. Let's go through the case against Garai. What's his motive? Someone paid him to do it, probably? He has a bad reputation in Ekria. People say he'll do anything for money. This is a good lead. How did he do it? He stole the key from Hamza's workshop. He's a climber. He climbed! Maybe he stole the... Ah, yes, the workshop was broken into the other day. What do you want to discuss? It was a group? You think it could have been a group effort? What's the motive? To bring down Ekria? That seems unlikely. The power being out is a difficulty, yes, but it's a temporary one. Stand-up doesn't look very impressed by my line of thinking. Okay. Right. We'll talk about Hamza again. His motive. He owed money. He did it. He understands machines. That doesn't make him guilty. He's a machinist. Okay. Iria. Let's say she wants to profit from the panic. Yes, people have definitely been stocking up since it happened. How did she do it? Hamza owes her money? I see, so she made him give her the key. What do you want to discuss? I'm Garai. He sold it? He has a bad reputation. He'll do anything for money. He's a climber. He climbed! It's possible. I'm surprised he managed it with the slippery metal surfaces of the atomic heart. Huh. And the group thing? Not sure. What do you want to discuss? Discuss something else. Okay. Huh. Ask around Ekria for information about the power cut. I can still ask around? Huh. Okay, well, let's see if there are any other people to talk to. I still don't understand the feathers at all, so I feel like I don't have all the information I need, right? Maybe there's someone I can talk to about it that I haven't yet. Hi. Sarai Nomad Yuki. I thought the tea prices would be back down. Right. It's a disaster. I can't talk to you about it. Okay. Can't talk to you anymore. That's weird. Why can't I talk to you anymore? Didn't I buy the pomegranate from you? Now that I bought the pomegranate, you are no longer worthwhile to talk to, apparently. What the heck? Hi. Okay. Can't talk to him about it. Can't talk to you about it. The merchant has a thing again. Okay, now I can talk to Josh again. What's going on? Heard glad I got the power back up and running. Good news for everyone. We need the townies to stay calm if we want to live out here in peace. Goodbye. Okay, Josh can't help me. Josh can't help me. Bird feathers. Large bird feathers. All the hints I've got just seem to go in a circle, you know? The guards have feathers on their helmets, but those are not the same feathers as I've seen. Hi. Carlo. Oh, the power's back on. Did you do that? I did. You're welcome. I guess. I need someone else I can talk to. What about you? What about you, Doctor? Bless Rohana, the power came back online just in time. I've had 2 early-stage babies in wombs that could have run out in 2 days. We do external baby growing now. Huh. Interesting. That's interesting. There was someone over here I could have talked to, but they wandered away while I was talking to the doctor. You! You, hello. Jyoti. Courier will always find work. Erie's deliveries might have slowed down again, but all other businesses back up and running. Okay, cool. Good. For you, I suppose. Feathers. Hello. What's your deal? I meet a chime maker called Ayan! It's Ayan! That mask looks inconvenient. Well, you're doing that on purpose. You just like the noise it makes, huh? Okay. Ah, you have the husks that Aoife promised me. Here's a little something for your trouble. Oh, thanks. Farewell, Glider. Cool, I did it. Do you want any more? Chat about Anne's work. Farewell, Glider. Apparently, no. That bonus, that extra one that I picked up has nothing to do with anything, it seems. Hi. He looks too busy to interrupt. Watching him work is mesmerizing. Sands from different parts of the world forming different colors, textures, and strengths of glass. The glass worker, sure. All right. Good that things are back up and running. No feathers, though. The water looks about the same, but I guess the water underneath the city wouldn't be the stuff that's getting purified for consumption, right? That sort of makes sense. Still can't help but feel that I'm missing something significant to this investigation. Hi, what's your deal? Sharvarana introduces herself. She's the Atomic Priest in Ekria. The Atomic Priest leans forward in a way they must think is inviting. And I suppose they're right, because here I am. Atomic Priest Sharvarana. Glider! We've a task for you if you are able. And interested, of course. Gliders tend to be interested in tasks. I've never known quite how to feel about the Atomic Priesthood. As a child, I had been both fearful and fascinated, watching them go about their mysterious business and making up all kinds of things about them in my head. Today, I understand they are an order like any other, only more severe, more insular, and dedicated to collective caution in a way that is increasingly feels more like paranoia than reason. Still, I do mostly like a task. Are you familiar with Lore the Fabulist? I am not. I tell the priest I've never heard of Lore the Fabulist. Then this is the perfect task for you, because you will know Lore the Fabulist at its end. Sounds reasonable. That's what the task is. We need you to find Lore, and when you do, convey that we would like to invite her back to Ekria. We miss her. Quite a lot, in fact. It may be the most emotion I've heard from a member of the priesthood, and it seems quite legitimate. I wonder what sort of relationship Lore has with them. Tell me more about Lore. I asked him to tell me more about Lore. She has been among our strongest voices, turning warning into whimsy and safety into song. She speaks the language of the common to convey the words of the wise. Where do you think Lore is? If you aren't sure where to start, it may be wise to speak with innkeepers at the beetle stations. Lore carries our messages all across the world. I thank them for the advice and wave goodbye. Farewell, Glider. Searching for Lore. I wonder where that person was while the power was out. Birds. Birds. They're not big enough for the feathers that I found, but birds regardless. Birds. There's nothing up here. my bird lead was nothing, actually, it turns out. It was nothing. It was nothing. Is this a picture of the city? It certainly is. Neat. I wonder why they put it so it's up against the wall so you can't see it unless you stand against the wall. Very strange. Who have I not spoken with? I mean, there have been several NPCs I've discovered already, so maybe I just need to search the area more, you know? Can't talk to you. Children. The huddled children giggle as I approach, the way children do. You're never quite sure if they're entertained, nervous, or mocking. I decide not to let myself feel judged. You're a glider! Yes, indeed, I'm certainly not. How do you know? I saw your bike! We can tell by your clothes. I'm psychic! Where the... You got me. You kids are smart. You got me. Do you want to play a game with us? Sure. Yay, the game is hide and seek. Do you know it? I think I might know it. I've played quite a bit. I might know it. I tell them I used to play with a young friend of mine back home. They don't seem particularly interested in the story. I've never felt so old. Good. You're it. We'll go and hide, and you have to find us. I tell them to wait. Once I, the great worldly wise glider, cunningly track them down, how can I call them out if I don't know their names? Ha! Don't be so sure you'll find us. This is our town, remember? Well, anyway, I'm Paula. I'm Jeff. And I'm Nez. I tell them my own name, then Paula points at me. Are you ready, Sable? You have to close your eyes and count to 100. No peeking and no skipping, and count slowly. It's a very high number. I would never skip. I close my eyes and start counting. 1, 2, 3, 57, 58, 97, 98, 99, 100. The children are gone. Glide and seek. Great. Well, I do need to search the city for clues. So now I guess hunting children is one way to get more acquainted with how the city's laid out and who lives here. Hi again. I'm still waiting for those glowworms. You don't get them. You get nothing. The merchants are out, but there's nothing to buy. The door is still open. That's convenient. Can I help you? I'm passing by. Great. So you give that guy 1 pomegranate and you can get in and out of Iria's chambers at any time forever. That is, you're not doing a very good job of being a guard, I would say. But I'm okay with it. It's convenient. Alright. So where would I be if I was a children? Probably on the roof. Or down a passageway that doesn't have any purpose besides having a child in it. Maybe behind this thing? No? Okay. For a moment I was wondering if they would put them on my compass. But that seems like cheating, doesn't it? Glide and seek, they say, too. So perhaps I actually need to do gliding off of things in order to find the children? This is their town, after all. They probably know their way around. Well, let's see here. Oh, money. Cool. Treasure tracker, open 40 chests. 40? I've already opened 40? Dang, that is more than I expected. I have been busy. What is this? It's a statue of some sort. Hi. Has no defining features aside from that hood. Don't know what that is. Guess I won't worry about it. No children on the roof, really? Really? You sure? Of course, I mean, the children have run off and hid, rather. I could probably just leave this to later and they would just hide forever. So if someone was trying to get the kids out of the way, this would be a good way to do it, I suppose. And the kids don't have any information about the crime, I suspect. Unless they have a giant bird that you only meet after you find them all. Wouldn't that be convenient? So this symbol probably refers to the high priesthood, huh? Maybe. Maybe. You're fine, Sable. Don't worry about it. Whoops, hang on. Excuse me. This is a chime maker. Okay. Hello? Tej, hi there! I saw you get that flower over there. It's amazing. You're such a good hoverer. I can't wait for my gliding. I want to hover too. Look down at the child before me as they bob with excitement. Tell them their gliding will be on them sooner than they know, and then they'll be able to pick as many oasis flowers as they like. That's in forever. I need a flower now. Could you maybe give it to me, please? The flower? Please, please, please. Sure, kid. I don't have anyone I was going to give it to anyway. Here you go. I hand them the flower and they squeal with delight. Thank you, thank you, thank you! They dig around in their pockets for a moment and pull something out. I expected it to be a little bug or some dirt or possibly an old toy, but instead they produce an entertainer's badge. Here, you're really nice. You can have this. I ask if they wouldn't prefer to hang on to it. There's plenty of use for such things later. I get a shake of the head. I think this one's for you. I'll get my own one day. I tell them I'm sure they will and leave with a wave. See you later, glider. Entertainer? Entertainer's badge. I remember making these as a child. It's not the most well-made badge you'll ever see, but it has a certain spirit to it. Huh. The kids make these? Huh. Okay. Sure. So I can get a mask made by children? Is that what you're suggesting? And your profession becomes entertainer that the game is suggesting is intrinsically connected to children somehow? Seems judgy. Hi. Hamza says hello. Goodbye. Hamza's always clutching at their head. I wonder what that's all about. Hi. Artist Kostas. Wait, is the artist mask just a hand on your face? Look at the swirling pools of water, the glistening surface of the liquid dancing and reflecting light. Inspiring. I can't tell if he's talking to me or himself. I leave him be. Caesar always said artists were an odd sort. Okay. I guess I leave him be. I don't know where these children are. I don't know what the giant bird leads to. I don't know who stole the power core. I don't actually know anything at all. I don't know anything at all. Hi, what's your deal? Oh, right, you're right, sorry. I mean, I guess I do have some more money now. That's a child I'm trying to find, isn't it? Hello. I thought this was a really good hiding spot. You're smart for a grown-up. I take the compliment. I'm not a grown-up, am I? Sort of. I'm smaller than everybody, though. I need to find Nez and Paula. Alright. Cool. I'll get right on that. Wait, did you see that? It does the same thing. Okay, so that's just something with how the graphics are rendered. Okay. Then I probably don't need to worry about it too much, huh? I talked to you, right? Carlo, right. I did do that. You're welcome. Again. Oh, man. This is a really awkward place to be leaving off, I recognize. Wait, this is the same winged person who was in... There was a statue of this person with the wings in the Glidey Shrine, wasn't there? I think so, although it's a different pose, of course. The thing with the water jugs is new. Although maybe we just show deities as having that. Wait, you're right, you're the giant arms guy. You're not one of the children. For a second, I thought one of the kids had hid directly behind this guard, and I was like, that is not a good hiding spot. Imagine what could have happened if the power had stayed off much longer. I think we would have to leave. I think I would have had to leave town. I can read words. I'm very good at it. Okay, so I don't have a resolution for basically anything at all, but the power's back on, and that's great. And I guess I have to find some children and also solve a crime and also be Batman. There's a lot to do, but I gotta keep working on it, so I guess we'll leave off here, and we'll work on it some more next time, and maybe I'll actually accomplish something, aside from turning the power on. That was something. It was something, Sable. It was something. It's not nothing. All right, well, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.